Welcome, guys, to something brand new. I know Code Equestria has been doing a lot of growing in the past year. Why? Because I feel you guys deserve some new ideas, and now a new My Little Pony one. In the interest of expanding our pony material beyond the episodes and the comic releases, I've decided to go to the one place that very few decide to venture in: fan fictions. Yes, I'm not a purveyor of fan fictions, I don't read a lot, but for the case of this series, I'm about to dive knee deep into them for a show that I have decided to entitle Pony Scrolls. Much like pony panels, we're talking stories here. Stories written by pony fans like you and I. And here's how it's gonna work. Every week I'm gonna go to fanfiction.net, the number one place for My Little Pony fan fictions. I'm gonna look at the main page. I'm gonna see what's hot right now, and I'm just gonna pick one. If I see a story that's interesting, I'm gonna throw myself knee deep into it. No matter how long it is, no matter what subject it is, no matter how ludicrous it's written. I'm going to read it offline and then brutally criticize it online. Hopefully not. Because after all, I want to encourage creativity. So, if you have a fan fiction that's worth writing, that's pony related, go over there and write it. And if you have a fan fiction that you think would curb my fancy, let me know down at the comment section below. Make sure, of course, it's pony related, and that it can be found on Fanfiction. And then I can easily get to it, and maybe you'll end up on the next pony scroll. But as for the first one to get this honor, this one happens to be a more comedic fanfiction, written by Azure 129 to be more specific. I'll give you a link to the actual fan fiction in the description below so that you can read it. It's a quick one chapter ditty known as Questions and KK. And this is perfect because it comes right off of the heels of Dungeons and Discords. This fan fiction is very simple, very straight to the point. Comedic affair with a conversation between Celestia and Discord scored over what seems to be a standard meeting. It's anything but standard, and Azure does a good job at getting both Celestia and Discord's roles correctly, writing some actually clever Discordian jokes, even throwing in a couple of Luna lines near the end that add to the insanity and the fun of the ending scene. The moral of this tale is beautifully done. Kind of like building a bridge of understanding between two people that would normally not understand each other. The reason I'm not going to spoiler heavy here is naturally I want you to read this stuff. And because some of the jokes and the actual setup as to why these two are together and what happens during it is a natural extension of the Dungeons and Discord episode, but also using that as a template to grow Discord and Celestia's fictional relationship between each other. And this one does it rather perfectly, and does it in a rather short, condensed, quick read. 20 minutes. And you're pretty much out the door here with a few chuckles and some light in your day. So, if you ever want a simple comedy fan fiction around the most recent episode in the Pony Lexicon, Questions and KK will fulfill the need, especially if you're a Celestia fan. Shows that Celestia can have some fun too, even if it's at Discord's expense. Something worthy of the first episode and the first ever rating in this setup, using the traditional harmony scale. Because we're talking ponies here, I give Questions and KK a great 5 out of 6. A quick read with 2 characters that the fandom has had a lot of fun with. And lots of references back to previous episodes, and a nice branch off of the most current one. This is a quick read to get to before the next episode comes around. And it looks like Azure's got several different fan fictions to snipe your teeth into. It's got 12 likes already, so let's continue forward and adding to that like train. What's a good laugh every now and again? Until next week, when we find another fan fiction out of the fan fictional ether of Equestria. I am Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own Nirvana. Thanks for watching.